Hey, we're continuing to celebrate 70 years of being in our communities, and we want to give back. So we are highlighting another local nonprofit that could use your support, and doing so will help keep your family safer. WTAJ's Maggie Smolka joining us live now. She is at the Cambria County Regional Firefighters Training Academy. Maggie, it takes a lot of training to make sure those men and women are ready to answer the call, and there's no shortage of scenarios.
Well, as we all know, Marty, firefighters put their lives on the risk each and every day to make sure that they're keeping their communities safe. So, of course, that takes a lot of training and practice to make sure that they're ready for any scenario that they might run into. Right now, we see here Adams Township and Logan Township, their fire trucks, they are going to simulate here a rescue for us. We want to bring in Jim, who is the training coordinator here at this facility. And Jim, can we just kind of learn about what we're about to see?
So what we're doing tonight is we have Logan Township United of Cambria County, Adams Township Fire Department of St. Michael. They're just doing some ladder drills. So not only are we doing ground ladder evolutions, but we're using aerial as well. So going over positioning and placement of the aerial ladder to reach what we want to do in our intended targets, as well as throwing ground ladders for a couple different scenarios. We use them for firefighters to go into buildings. We use them to rescue, naturally people inside buildings, but we also throw them different ways, when we make that entry to make it facilitate a safe entry and a safe exit. So those are the kind of scenarios we're covering tonight.
Now, something like this, how often is it that you will see this at an actual scene?
It should happen at almost every house fire, every house or commercial fire. Aerial ladders going into play, whether it's for elevated rescue of victims or for suppression activities. So the aerial ladder has the capabilities of doing both. Ground ladders are thrown at every fire. So we throw ground ladders not only, to facilitate a rescue per se, but also when our firefighters are inside buildings to give them what we refer to as a second means of egress, that if something does go wrong, then they can use those ladders, in second floors and third floors to evacuate that building and do safely.
And how many hours does it take for somebody to become certified to become a firefighter?
Well, when we start with an essentials program, we run 4 different topics. So intro, fire ground support exterior, then of course interior. They range from 16 hours, 32 hours, 40 hours, and again 48 hours. And then we have hazmat components that go into that as well. So plus first aid CPR. So you're looking at a good 150, 160 some hours of training to become a firefighter that can work on the street.
And the need for firefighters right now is so critical and so vital. Can you talk about the importance of, getting people to join? And you can join in many different ways.
Well, sure. And there's a place for everybody in a volunteer fire service. Maybe you don't want to be that person that's going to go actually in a building and fight fire. Or maybe you don't want to use hydraulic equipment to cut up cars. Well, there's other places for you in this service. Maybe it's to help in the fundraising activities. Maybe it's on the administrative side of the fire station. But maybe there's a niche, maybe you're an electrician, you can bring that aspect, or a plumber, or HVAC, or working with natural gas. So there's a place for everybody. And if you want to be part of this, and it's a great place to be part of, they'll find a place for you, to function, as part of that team.
Well, Jim, thank you so much. Amazing work that you and the other firefighters do, so we appreciate you showing us a little bit of what is involved.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
And again, there is a lot involved that goes into making sure that these firefighters are prepared for any scenario. You can find more about what they do and how to support them over on our website. And we, of course, have more coming up starting at 5:30. Marty, we will send it back to you.
All right, Maggie, thanks so